This video shortly demonstrates how to use Parliament Sampo semantic portal and linked open data service for studying political culture and language. I am Eero Hyvönen from the University of Helsinki, Helsinki Center for Digital Humanities and Aalto University Department of Computer Science.
The Parliament Sampo system can be used in practice in two ways. Firstly, the Sparkle endpoint data service can be used for solving research questions with modest IT skills. The endpoint can be also used for developing new applications. Then IT programmers are needed. An example of an application is the Parliament Sampo portal online. This system can be used without any skills for sparkling or programming. The portal can be used for finding lots of solutions to different kind of questions. I will next illustrate the two use cases, using the Sparkle endpoint and using the Parliament Sampo portal. To show how the data can be used for application development, we have created the Parliament Sampo semantic portal. The Parliament Sampo landing page contains two application perspectives for accessing the speeches and the persons in the data. It is possible to select a particular range of parliaments of interest. It is also possible to select all speeches. Finding speeches of interest can be done by using semantic faceted search on the left in this screenshot. In this case, the user is interested to find all speeches that mention the concept suomentuminen, finlandization. The user has also opened the facet for speakers and facet for parties, and in these facets it can be seen how many speeches of suomettuminen have different members of parliament given, and also parliament speeches party-wise. It is possible to view the results also as pie chart. The result set is seen on the right hand side of the image. The search results, the speeches, are shown as rows in the table with links to speeches, persons, minutes, and so on. The result can be visualized not only as a table but also as a timeline. In this case, the result set consists of 182 speeches that mention suomettuminen. By using the pie chart visualization of the speaker facet, one can easily find out who has given most speeches, including the concept suomettuminen. The winner is Jori Ehrnrooth, the second is Ben Zyskowicz, and the third one is Tuulikki Ukkola. This visualization illustrates the 182 speeches mentioning the concept of finlandization on a timeline. The Parliament Sampo user interface can be used for solving many kinds of questions. For example, who have given most or least speeches based on party and gender. In this case, the most speaking person is Mr. Veikko Vennamo, who has given over 12,000 speeches during his career. When was term XXX mentioned first time? For example, when was NATO spoken first time in the Finnish parliament? The answer here is Mr. Yrjö Enne, who spoke about it in 1959. Find out speeches mentioning pollution or global warming. By what parties and members of parliament is this terminology used in time? What places or topical keywords are related to speeches? By whom are they used and when? The other application perspective of Parliament Sampo portal is used for analyzing the speakers of the parliament. If no selections are made from the facets on the left hand side, all parliament members are listed as a table on the right. In this example, the user has made selection woman on the facets and visualized the result set on a timeline. This graph illustrates the time when female MPs become member of the parliament and when they retire. The members of parliament and speakers participate in different events that take place in time and all over the world. By using another visualization tab of the application perspective, one can find out the events on maps. By clicking on a marker, it is possible to see what has happened in what place. In this screenshot, the user has selected the members of the current Parliament of Finland by using a selection on a facet. The speeches after 2015 have been enriched by extracting keywords automatically from the speech, mentioned places and mentioned persons. In this way, the subject matter of the speeches can be searched for by using the facets.
I will next illustrate how the Parliament Sampo linked open data service can be used for solving research problems.
First data analysis using the Parliament Sampo linked open data service have already been done. On the left-hand side, you can see the Linkdata Finland platform that hosts the linked open data service. The data is used and accessed via Sparkle endpoint. On the right-hand side, you can see some tools that can be used for this. We are using Google Colab and Jupyter notebooks, as well as Jasqui editor for Sparkle querying. In this image, the Jasqui editor has been used for querying the data and visualizing the number of speeches given in the Parliament of Finland. The red line indicates the number of speeches in Swedish, blue line number of speeches in Finnish, and orange line the total number of speeches. One can see that the number of Swedish speeches has dropped down. The Sparkle query used for generating the visualization can be seen here. It can be seen that the query is fairly simple. Of course, some programming skills are needed, but not much. This visualization has been created by using Google Colab and Python scripting on top of the Sparkle endpoint. In the image, the red arrow points the age of women when they were elected first time to the parliament, and the blue line the same thing for men. The dotted line illustrates the percentage of women MPs in the parliament that has been rising during the years. This visualization illustrates the correlation between parties and occupations of the members of parliament. From this image it can be seen that the strongest correlation is between the center party and being a farmer. In this image, the same matrix tool is reused for creating an interruption matrix. It tells who has interrupted whose speeches. For example, the matrix tells that 46% of the interruptions of Mrs. Saarikko's speeches, the current Ministry of Finance, are due to Mr. Zyskowicz. We have used the data service also for solving other kind of questions. We have compared speeches of men and women. Are speeches of men longer than those of women? Is there a difference in their number and in time? We have also found out the longest speeches when they were given and by whom. In this case, Mr. Sebastian Tynkkynen gave a very long speech of 166 A4 pages in 2021. Who have changed their parties most often, how and when? We found out that Mr. August Tanttu has been a member in 4 different parties during his career. In addition to using the Linkdata platform, it's also possible to use the Parlaclarin version of the Parliament Sampo data. This has been done at the University of Turku. For example, it has been studied how terms and concepts on environmental politics have changed in the 60 past years. Also, topic modeling has been applied to the parliamentary data to show what topics have been discussed in different times and how the topics change as time goes by. The data can be used for network analysis too. For example, it's possible to investigate how members of parliament and parties mention other members of parliament in their speeches. This visualization illustrates 10 MPs with highest hub and authority values based on the HITS algorithm. The darker red, the darker authority value, and the darker blue, the larger hub value. From the highest ranked authorities, all of those are ministers and party leaders. However, none of the MPs with the highest hub values are ministers. 3 MPs raise up as both high-ranked authorities and hub leaders. This figure illustrates the mentions from opposition parties on the left to all other parties on the right with non-normalized weights. For example, MPs in the Green League speak mostly about MPs in the Centre Party and Coalition Party, probably due to disputes related to, for example, environmental issues.
More information about the Semantic Parliament project can be found on its homepage, illustrated in this slide. The slide also presents some other addresses where more information about linked data, the semantic web standards, and Sampo systems can be found.